Kuwait's banking sector hit record highs in the first half of 2014, reaching profits of $13.3 billion. Here to speak about what's driving the country's banking industry's success is Mourad Mekhail, board advisor of Kuwait International Bank. Well, Mourad, Kuwait ranks 5th in the world in terms of highest density of millionaires. Would you say this is a good representation of the country's economy as a whole?
Indeed, Kuwait has a strong and solid economy driven by the oil and linked to the oil price. The high growth in private wealth is driven by the high growth of the saving rates. Kuwait International Bank is always developing new innovative products to accommodate and exceed the needs of these high net worth and ultra high net worth individuals.
Well, how well developed would you say the banking sector is in Kuwait, and what do you think is driving the profits?
The Kuwaiti banks are well regulated by the Central Bank of Kuwait. Driving forces are high liquidity, high capitalization, which, by the way, exceeding the international requirements of Basel III. Again, high improved asset quality, high provisioning, declining of non-performing loans, and continued profitability. By the way, these factors and these criteria, they were the driving forces for our bank beginning of the year to receive the upgrading for its rating to a single A+. The results of stress tests exercises by the Central Bank of Kuwait shows that Kuwaiti Bank are really solid and well placed for potential risks and shocks.
Well, what's Kuwait International Bank's share value and what keeps it competitive?
The share value is increasing tremendously in our bank, and comparing to the last 4 years, we have double. We achieved a record high of 320 fills. I really take this opportunity to congratulate everyone in my bank for this achievement, in particular our chairman, Sheikh Mohammed Sabah. He managed and succeeded again and again to optimize the performance and the share value of one of the institutions, amongst them is Kuwait International Bank, by taking wisable decisions and managing certain crises in his banking career, bringing the share of the bank to that level and to that value.
So what's your approach to crisis management, especially considering the amount of political instability in the region?
Kuwait International Bank is a transaction and profit-oriented bank. We are always pursuing certain transactions which we feel that we have comparative advantages in these transactions. Comparative advantages in terms of that we understand these transactions, we understand the risk embedded in these transactions, we know how to mitigate and hedge the risk in these transactions. Also, in certain markets that we feel that we don't have high competition, and if we have all of these last three factors, we are in a position to achieve higher return.
Well, finally, what do you see to be the trends that will affect the banking sector in Kuwait in the future, and what are you targeting for growth?
The Kuwaiti market is a small market, very highly competitive market. Nevertheless, there is in the local and domestic market big opportunities alongside with the ambitious governmental development plan, which is very important for the next years. Kuwaiti banks, they have to continue adopting the universal banking model, offer holistically retail, private, corporate banking to their potential clients, also beyond the domestic market. Doing it internationally will bring them to a position that they are reducing the risk, increasing the return, which will be reflected in the share value of their banks.
Mourad, thank you.
Thank you.